Hello guys, just a quick video, tips, tutorial, educational sort of Skyrim video. It's for PC only, and it's just regarding NCPs. Some NCPs in the game are essential to the quest, essential to the game, and therefore they can't be killed. Basically, once their health is depleted in battle, they will go down to one knee. Sorry, boring gold here there. And yeah, they will go down to one knee, and after a given amount of time, they will replenish the health and they will rise again. And obviously, the non-essential NCPs are the opposite, where they can be killed. The problem with this is that a lot of the companions slash followers in the game that you will meet or decide to use to accompany you will be non-essential, and due to crossfire and mistakes and stuff like that, you do end up killing them sometimes, you know. So you'll be in a dungeon, you'll be quite far in, and the autosave's not gone off for a while. Your companion's down to one knee and you hit him or her by accident and they're dead, and you have to reload and start where you were. And in various situations where this can happen, it's quite frustrating. It can happen with the dogs as well at Markarth. If you go to the Markarth and buy an additional companion, a dog for 500 gold, there are no visual effects on the dog when its health's depleted, really. It kind of stays stunned for a while, but you know, it's very difficult to see. Whereas the humans will go down on one knee, so the dogs, you know, tend to die more frequently by accident, and it's 500 gold wasted, really. So I'm going to show you a command to change this, to make your companion, whoever you choose to be your companion, your favourite, to make them essential, so that this can't happen. Each NCP in the game has a base ID. I'll put a link in the description to a website where you can look up your companion and get this ID. Just remember, when you go to the website, it's the base ID, it's not the reference ID that you're looking for. Okay, so I'll show you this command. Remember, this is PC users only. Under the escape key you will find the tilde key. If you just press that once, it'll bring up the console. Press it again, it'll take away the console. I just mentioned that the IDs within the game, once you're changing your environment and you've picked up companions, etc., the IDs in the game will be different to the base IDs. So my base ID is this. Gold is this, which is different to his base ID. So the command is set essential gold is base ID and 1 at the end. So set essential space is base ID space 1. 1 is essential, 0 is non-essential. You press enter and take the console off, and this basically just means that wherever I go with him now, I can't kill him by accident when he's kneeling, and you know, he basically he can't die. He's now an essential NCP. To take it off, it's just the same command again with your said NPC's base ID, and you just put 0 at the end, and it just means he can be killed again now. Okay. Just something on the side of this. I touched on it last video, just about a lot of the companions slash followers. A lot of people say that they're exactly the same, they've got all the same stats, and it's not really true. That the only ones that are really similar is a lot of them are the same actually. The Companions Guild in Whiterun, you know, the guys that are in the circle and they turn into werewolves. A lot of those followers slash companions that you can get from that guild have very similar stats. I think apart from Valkus and Farkas, they're a little bit different. But if you ever pick up a follower and you're wondering what to give him, whether to give him a shield, a two-handed weapon, heavy armor, light armor, etc., there are ways you can find out that as well. I'll just show you the command for that, and you will be using the in-game ID for this. So again, you'll hit the console. So this is my ID, this is Goldir. Make sure you've got the NCP that you want the information about clicked and highlighted. And the command is get av info, and then whatever attribute you want to find out about after that. The attributes are exactly the same as ours, so health, magicka, destruction, illusion, restoration, etc, etc. The only two that are different, that you have to type differently, are archery and speech. For archery you will type marksman, and for speech you will type speechcraft. So I'll just give you an example here. Say if I wanted to know Goldir's health. This will tell me his health. His current health at the moment is 258. His base health was 158. The modifiers that he's got are 100 currently, which means that within his armor and his jewelry that I've given him, there is 100 within it, which takes it to 258 as opposed to 158. So I'll just give you another example. When you're doing, when you're looking for his melee stats, make sure it's all one word. So if you wanted to find out whether he's two-hand adept, you just type get av info two-handed. So he's not very good at two-hand. You know, he's 29, so you could give him a two-handed weapon, but he's not going to be as effective as one-handed, as you can see. Your companions do scale with you, so his attributes, the ones that are higher, will raise when our levels raise. You can also check the level of an NCP. Basically the same again. You highlight him, and the command is get level. I'm going to spell it correctly. And it tells me that Goldir is level 15, which is the same as me. So as I progress, he progresses. One thing I will say, I mean, I don't like changing things too much in my game. You know, it kind of spoils the game when you start using cheats and, you know, stuff like that. It kind of, well, for me personally, it kind of ruins that. So, but there are situations where, for instance, if you had a tank, and say your health, say you was a tank as well, and every level, and you'd put points into health, and you got, you know, a fair bit of equipment with modifiers to health on it, and your health was 500, and your companion slash follower, his health was 150, and he was supposed to be kind of your wingman, and every time you got into battle he was just going down too quickly, and he was kind of redundant because of it. There are ways where you can modify that, so I'll just give you the command for that. So again, make sure your companion or the NCP you want to modify the attribute is selected, and the command is set av space and then whatever attribute. So if you just type health and then space, and then after that whatever health you want it to be at. So I said mine theoretically was 500, so we could put his at 500, and we do the command again to get the info, get av info health, and this will tell me it's different from last time. So his current value now I've modified it, is 600. His base is 500, that's what I made it, and the modifiers are 100 from the armor and the jewelry that he's wearing. So this can come in handy in different situations. For myself, if I was playing a caster like I am, and I wanted another caster to accompany me, but my companion only had 100 magicka, and frequently during battle I saw them take out a bow and start using that due to depleted magicka. It's not really effective and it's not helping me. Therefore, you could use the same command, set av magicka, and then whatever you wanted the base stat to be, just so that your companion has the match magicka and the match health of you, and it's scaling quite better. I mean, most of them scale perfectly, but for the ones that don't, that's how you modify it. Just a last thing, save games. If you're like me and you've got an abundance of characters, an abundance of save games, I'm up to 289 or something like that. You've got like three different archetypes, and you're trying out different things: a two-handed, sword and board, and a caster and a thief. And the save games, that it's not very good the way it's done, and therefore it's difficult to find sometimes the correct save game you're looking for. Again, if you hit the console and you type save, and then the name of just call it something that you can recognize. So character name, YouTube video, and enter. As long as it's all one word like that, enter, and you save your game from here, from the console, as opposed to going into the menu. So close the console, and I'll just show you this save game. Load, and there it is at the top. Yeah, that concludes the video. I hope this has been informative and helped a few people out that didn't know that you could do these things. And yeah, thanks for watching.